here, also known as the Goal Digger Girl, coming in for day 4 of our Enroll Like a Boss Bootcamp. I'm even wearing my boss necklace because I'm that in alignment with what we're talking about this week. So I'm really excited to kick off today because we're going to start to get into sales. And this is something that people don't understand, but it is essential for them to have success. So even if you have a great product, you've recorded 60 videos, or you have an amazing network marketing opportunity, without this skill that we're going to work on together the next 2 days, you will not have people on your team. You will not have clients and you will not have a business, right? So it really is that important. And there's so many misconceptions about sales. People have such a negative connotation around it that we're going to dispel the myths. We're going to break through all of that. And we're going to allow you to feel totally powerful and to feel really comfortable with the sales process. So I'm excited to kick it off with you guys today for day 4. So I would love to have you guys in the chat just share, how did you choose to plan out your content from yesterday? So part of the homework was to map out your content plan for the week with your themes. And I also gave you a Trello board resource. If you are using something else that totally works, I want to know in the comments, what did you choose, or what are you going to choose to use for your content planning? Because this is a really important part of being an online marketer, is content. What is the phrase? Content is queen and social media is gasoline, or something like that. Like, content is everything. And it is something that people absolutely don't plan out. So it's really important to do that. So let me know, what did you guys decide? What fun did you have with your content themes yesterday? Did anything come up for you to say, wow, I realized that I'm really passionate about XYZ and I'm going to start working that into my content? So share that in the comments below. I would love to know what you walked away from yesterday's session. And I also want you to tag the person who invited you into this. If you have a friend that invited you, a business bestie, and make sure you let your coach or concierge within Team Goal Digger, let them know that you're here, because they are tracking. They want to know that you're here and making your way through the challenge. Day 4, guys. Like, you are 80% of the way there. Most people don't make it past the first video. That's unfortunately the masses. You are not the masses. You are in the top percentage of people who complete things, and you're changing your identity and you're in alignment with that, which is awesome. So congratulations on being in day 4. Use the @ symbol and tag your coach or concierge within Team Goal Digger so that they know that you are here. Also, for those of you that actually, I'm going to announce the winner first. Okay, so we have I get so excited about all the things. We have a winner to announce. This winner is going to get a Girl Boss box in the mail, a goodie box full of Girl Boss swag and all kinds of fun things. Who doesn't love to get gifts in the mail? It's actually my #1 love language. I love getting gifts, okay? So yes, you are supposed to post your homework, Haley, in guide number 7. If you go to guide number 7, I know we have people on Instagram and YouTube. Guide number 7, and we have 2 Facebook groups. This Facebook group that this is hosted in is called Goal Digging Boss Babes. And we're really close to 33,000 members. I don't know if we've hit it, but I'm definitely going to do something special if we do hit it while we're here together. So invite a friend or 2, because we'll hit 33,000 if you all do that, obviously. Guide number 7 in Goal Digging Boss Babes. And I want to remind you guys, all the videos are coming down Tuesday. So you have time over the weekend to go back and binge watch, but you want to do the homework, even if you're not right. Like, if you're watching a replay right now, you want to do the homework, because it's in the action of the homework and implementing where you'll get the results, okay? You don't want to just watch this stuff. You want to implement and get the results. Okay, our winner of the Girl Boss box goodie bag bundle is Garland D. Davis. Congratulations, Garland. So excited for you. You can just shoot our team your address and we'll get that mailed out to you. So connect with your coach or concierge, get them your address, or you can shoot me a message if you don't have a contact within our community, but I think that you do. So congratulations, Garland. That's so fun. And we have another giveaway today, so make sure you stay through the entire training. So we're going to talk about, today we're going to talk about sales secrets. But first, I'm going to bring on someone from our community. I know for some of you, we have a lot of new people here, or maybe you've never worked with us and invested in the Goal Digger community to, get additional trainings, do a deep dive. We have our 3-day intensive right now that we're going to be putting on in December, and it's open right now for you to come step in. So I always think it's important for you to talk to real women in our communities to hear their experiences, because for some of you, this is new, or you're not sure. And there always can be just that one little thing that they say that really resonates with you. So I'm going to bring from backstage, Andra. Come on, girl. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Yay! Thank you for being here. I so appreciate you.
Sure.
So let me turn my volume up a little bit. So I would love for you to introduce yourself. Tell everyone, and if you're on Instagram, we're doing an interview. You can probably hear. I'll turn my volume up actually, if you so you can hear it. So tell everyone a little bit about yourself and introduce yourself.
Sure. Well, my name is Andra Ramsey. I have been in network marketing off and on for, gosh, since I was 25, and I'm 55. Woo! We're saying that out loud. But yeah, for 30 years. And nothing ever really stuck. And I had to start thinking about well, obviously the only common denominator is me. So what do I need to work on, right?
Yeah.
And I am a mom, wife, grandmother, Grammy of three, and mom of two. So I'm a busy lady, and I'm a teacher by trade. So 30 years of being with kids and other people's kids, sun up to sundown, working the grind. And about 3.5 years ago, I landed with a new company and really honestly had zero desire to be in network marketing ever again. Mm-hmm. I actually told the person, don't ask me. I don't want to have anything to do with this. I'm too busy. I've got too much on my plate, too much stress going on in my life. However, I fell in love with the products. And I'm sure many of you guys are like that too, where you fall in love with the product that you're using, or you fall in love with the program that you're following, and you kind of want to shout it from the rooftops. Mm. And so, just using that fire of just excitement, not having a clue as to what I was doing, and just really sharing my heart and, what I loved about what I was doing and how I felt, and really not knowing anything about social media. I mean, I had 250 Facebook friends when I got started 3.5 years ago. Nothing. I had nothing. I had no knowledge of Instagram. What was Twitter?
Yeah,
exactly. That's how I was like, what is Twitter? A YouTube video. Yeah, maybe I use that for teaching, but very rarely. So I was definitely a rookie by every sense of the word. And, I really just ignorance on fire. And I'm sure you guys have kind of been in that same place. So fast forward a year and a half of, deciding, yes, I do want to do this, and actually changed my mind within 8 days.
Wow.
Because, I just had a lot of support and community with my company. So, and I just was loving what I was doing, and I was just having fun. I really truly just leading with my heart and having fun. But at about a year and a half, I saw a much bigger vision and realized that I wanted this to be something that I could do permanently. I wanted to retire myself from my job. I'd put in my time, and I, at that time, had started kind of matching my income. But I really still was just scratching the surface, and I really didn't know what I was doing truly. I mean, I was still learning, and we're always learning, right? And I came across a friend of mine who was in my same company, and every time she spoke, I could see changes in her. I could hear growth in her. And I was like, I want to know what she's doing, because tell me your secrets. Yeah. Because I could see it, I could hear it, I could feel it even. I'll never forget listening to her speak. And I just was like, okay, as soon as I have, 5 minutes of her time, I am going to sneak her away and find out what's going on. Well, lo and behold, we actually ended up going on a trip together, and I just said, hey, can we chat for like 10 minutes? And she introduced me to Gold Digging Boss Babes, and to Kimberly, and to the coaches and everything that was offered. And I just like I kind of do everything, I just really decided to go all in. And I started working with the coaches, with Kimberly and another coach closely. And not only them, but the community that they have created with all of us, women and men, who are really trying to grow ourselves as individuals, feel empowered to make changes within inside of us that will actually impact, our lives, our families, our finances, our work, and feel very confident. And so what I saw in her that day when I watched her talk on stage at a meeting that we had, and then talked to her individually, was really her mindset. And so that's what I really will share about is mindset is so important. And I realized the common denominator, right, I said was me, of why all those other things didn't work. And one, I wasn't ready. I truly wasn't ready to become who I'm trying to become and working on it daily. But the biggest thing was my mindset. And I know that you started our first day off with mindset because it is so important. And I work on that daily, and working with the coaches and the group has really impacted my belief in me, my belief in others. It's really truly like permeated, I think, everything that I do, even in our personal lives. Like this has really helped me to have better relationships, courageous conversations with people that I would never have had before. And it really bleeds into business. It helps you to overcome objections. It helps you to talk to people and build relationships with them so you can create that know, like, and trust factor that we're trying to do. Yesterday you talked about content, and really it is like just helping people to see who you are and allowing yourself to be more vulnerable. But until we work on mindset, it's really hard to be vulnerable with people because you have to be really okay with yourself. So in working with Kimberly and the other coaches, what's been really phenomenal for me is that I have seen a huge growth, not only in myself, but in my own community that I'm working with. And it's great to be able to share with my entire team that I work with all the things that I've learned from you, Kimberly, and it's really impacted them. It's great to be in a place where you can empower others to take steps into directions that maybe they never thought that they would take before. And that's what working with you has really done for me. I mean, there's been some times where Kimberly has actually taken some extra time with me and talked with me and just like poured in a little bit of love to be like a little tough love, but also a little, warm love to say, you're doing it. You're doing a great job and keep doing what you're doing. And I think one of the reasons why sometimes we need coaches or we need a community is because if you feel like you're on your own little island, the only person that you have to talk to or argue with or converse with or grow with is yourself. And that's really tough.
Yeah.
I was actually just in one of our accountability calls, and I was talking about how, when we create events like you've created for us this week, this 5 days, it's easier if you have a team of people to come alongside you with you to do these things. It's a lot more fun. It's more enjoyable. You get a lot more juices flowing. You have a lot more creative thinking. I used to say I was never creative. I don't say that anymore. I am a creative thinker. I do create new ideas, and they're important to be heard and said. And I'm not afraid anymore to say those things. Before I really felt like, I had some strengths, but I didn't realize I had a lot of other strengths that hadn't been developed or encouraged to grow. And working with the coaches really helps you to see that there's more inside of you than you ever thought was there.
Mm. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. I don't even know what to say, which is rare. So now I agree with you 100% that the biggest transformation I've seen in you and why you were so drawn to your friend is the way that you are is different. And that's what people don't focus on. They tend to focus on the tactical and how do I make more money? You don't make more money until you work on yourself. So will you share with them the tangible result, the outcome that's happened in your business since you've made this investment in yourself to work on yourself?
Oh, yeah. So, so like I said, a year and a half into developing my business, things were just really amazing, and I opted to retire. But at that time, I went through a transition and moving from a schedule, if any of you are teachers or maybe nurses, and you've got like this chunked out schedule for you, right? And it's all laid out and it's moment to moment to moment, and you're used to that. And then all of a sudden, you're creating your own schedule. And it kind of is like, oh gosh, where am I? What do I do? How do I even carve out my time in my day? And you really do go through this kind of weird stage of not knowing which end is up, and it's very uncomfortable. And so when I started working with Kimberly and Vanette and some of the other coaches in the community, I recognized right away that I needed to create my own schedule, but that was empowering, yet also something that I needed to be consistent with. The other thing and so that's a tangible result, was that I really went from this, I'm all over the place, I'm kind of a hot mess, what do I post? I don't know what to do with social media, to really having clarity around the content that could draw people towards me. And it's still a process. I'm still learning. I still feel like this is an area of growth for me. But with all of that said, through that process, I have drawn people towards me that are not just asking about product, but they're asking about business. And they're the ones asking me. Like I would say in the last 2 weeks, out of the 10 one-on-one conversations that I've had, 60% of those, 6 of those people have said, yes, I'm interested in what you're doing, but I'm really wanting to change my financial future.
Nice.
That's a huge shift, because a lot of times in network marketing, we lead with product. We don't necessarily lead with business, but through the process, it has drawn more people to see, oh, you're just a normal everyday person, but there's more to this. So my team has grown exponentially in this last year that I have been working, specifically in the last 6 months.
Okay.
The other thing is that I've worked intentionally around creating a culture and a climate of inclusivity, positivity, community, support, encouragement, and also personal accountability, along with pushing each other. And so within that came from me working on me first. And because of that community, we're growing even more, because we're basically exponentially drawing more people to all of us so that they want to join and be a part of something bigger than themselves.
Wow.
And, income wise, I've been able to maintain, still in a growing phase, still working towards some of those goals, but have been able to ride what we call, sometimes that curve. We don't want the highs and then the significant lows, but we know that, it's going to be like this. And that's all been very steady and consistent. And I think another tangible result that a lot of us don't really want to talk about, because it's vulnerable, is the start, stop
Mm-hmm.
problem
Amen.
that we have. We get an idea, we go for it, and then that momentum is gone and we kind of like drop off. I almost equate it to planning a wedding you have the wedding, and then after the wedding, you're like, oh, it's over. Now what? What's my next best thing? And so instead, that really level consistency, momentum that you can create, that is a very important result that has come out of this, because when we do the start, stop, it's very hard to start over every single time.
Yeah.
And so keeping that momentum has really helped our team to grow. And I attribute so much of that to Goal Diggers, being able to create events for people to join, not selling, but just building building value and giving value to them. We've been able to, I've done 6 events in the last 6 months, one every single month.
Great.
Through groups. We are working on developing email lists to control our own marketing and not necessarily rely on social media, texting lists, and learning how to do lead magnets and providing lead magnets. I've created 3 in the last 6 months.
Wow.
There's just there's a lot of tangible results there that you don't necessarily put dollar signs to, but the outcome has caused a huge growth in just 6 months in my team.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. That's just incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. And I'm so proud of you. And I think it's awesome that you've been able to really step into who you know you can be. And then in that process, though, you're really leading others. This isn't just about you retiring, which congratulations, by the way, but it's about you paying it forward, and helping that next person. And people are so drawn to you. I know your enrollment's been up, like all the things have been up for you because people see you and they're like, oh, I want to be, I'm drawn to that. And that's what it's all about. Is this can be, you're still working hard, but this can be an easier process when you start to build your business this way. And I'm seeing that in real time with you, and you inspire others in our community as well. Team Goal Digger, give her some love. Our Goal Diggers that know Andra, give her some love in the comments, because I know that you're a very positive asset to our community, and I really appreciate you. So I'm going to put your name on the screen. So a couple of people were asking. Oh, I don't actually know how to figure that out. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, I just figured it out. Yay! So you guys can take a little screenshot, but go ahead and definitely follow Andra so you can see how she's utilizing and implementing what we're talking about. Because I think that would be helpful for you guys to see, someone other than me, someone out there doing it. I think that'd be really great. So go follow her, give her a hello.
Yeah, tag me, make a post.
Yeah, take a post, tag her. And if you have any questions on working with us, feel free to ask her. She's an open book. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Thanks for having me, Kimberly.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Awesome. How amazing is that, you guys? How many of you put in the comments? How many of you would love to be featured like that in a future training 6 months from now, a year from now? And if I interviewed you, so I want you to imagine we reached out to you, we said, hey, we want to come in and, have you share your experience of being in our community. I want you to share in the comments, what would be your non-tangible and tangible results? So non-tangible would be more confident. I'm just showing up differently. I'm really clear on what I want. I'm just going after it. I have so much excitement every day. What would be like the non-tangibles if I interviewed you? Put that in the comments. And then I want you to be thinking about the tangible results. So if I interviewed you 6 months to a year from now, what would you be saying? So yeah, I was really struggling in my business, and I came into your programs, your community, started learning. And yeah, I've had my first comma check, or my first 5-figure month, or I retired, or, I was able to quit that, part-time job I had, or not go back to corporate. What would you say if I interviewed you? Okay. 6 months to a year from now, what could that look like for you? Yeah, showing up differently. I really like that. I think that's one of the coolest things that happened to me straight away was people started asking to be on my team, because I had spent months and months and months asking people to take a look at my opportunity, with them saying no or ghosting me, right? Where people started reaching out saying, hey, I don't know exactly what you do, but I'd love to know more. Can you tell me about that? Yeah. That's huge, having a team. So a lot of you, it sounds like you're network marketing, direct sales. And again, this applies for everything, okay? If you are, we have someone in our community, she is a CPA. And you would think, oh, a CPA, how can this apply to her? Well, she came into our community. Pamela, if you need a CPA, we have a connection for you. But Pamela came in and she said, I really want to attract clients to me through social media. So she came into our programs and she found her sweet spot was actually Instagram. And this year alone, she's gotten 50, probably more since that was the last time I asked her, 50 new clients as a CPA from Instagram. And if you asked her, what was the biggest difference for her? It was, like Rudy said, she's showing up. She's offering value. She's serving her Instagram audience. She's giving tips, advice. People reach out and go, hey, I'm looking for someone, right? And so whatever you do, this absolutely can apply to you, which is really exciting. Okay, I love seeing this. This is so great. Whatever you wrote down, don't just write it in the heat of the moment, like, yay, kumbaya, we're feeling really good. I want you to claim that for yourself and say, I will be the next success story. The Team Goal Digger will reach out to me one day soon and say, hey, we'd like to feature you. Claim that for yourself, okay? It's huge. All right, so today we're going to talk about sales secrets. We've got 2 sections for this. Today is part 1, tomorrow's part 2, and we're going to really get into the sales. I did want to let you guys know that we have opened enrollment into a 3-day virtual intensive we're doing December 6th, 7th, and 8th. It'll all be recorded if you can't attend live. This is going to be the 2023 Strategic Planning Intensive. So just drop the words 2023 if you want details. It is open right now. And we are going to add some additional bonuses in right now. These bonuses will go away. I'm adding one extra thing stuff. I think it'll be easy and manageable, knock on wood. You know me, I'm like, what else can we give away, right? It's early Christmas presents. So just drop 2023 in the comments. Everyone who steps into enrolls in the 3-day strategic intensive by tomorrow's training. So before we kick off tomorrow, you've already enrolled, okay? Because I know some people get paid on Fridays and stuff like that. It's a minimal investment. And actually, I wanted to ask Steph one thing on that. Okay, I'll remember to ask you because I wrote it down stuff. So this is what we're going to do. We already have bonuses. You'll see them on the landing pages. Those will be, as long as you enroll before we close this down on Tuesday, you'll get those bonuses. But I'm adding in a couple of extra bonuses right now. And these bonuses are going to go away tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central. Okay, it's December 6th, 7th, and 8th. Yeah, it's all day, full days, 9 to 3 each day. Everything will be recorded. You'll have access for life. And we're going to map out all of your content for next year. Like, you know how Andrea was saying that she's had an event every month. She's using those events to attract people to her, and her enrollment is like double digits. Like she's a rock star recruiter. We're going to map all those out. So you're going to have everything planned out ahead of time. We're also going to figure out what your goals are, realistic goals, not, I want to be a millionaire. That's awesome. Let's actually break it down and see where that would come from. And then we can assess and adjust, right? Or maybe you need to add something into what you're doing right now. Okay. So we're going to reverse engineer your goals. We're going to plan out your content. This is a working 3 days. So we'll have Zoom breakouts. We'll actually have you work on what we're walking you through. We're also going to do, so day one's all the mapping out and planning and content. Day 2 is organization and automation. So we're actually going to work on all of the tools that you need to be really organized. Did you guys hear what Andrea was saying? She's like, oh yeah, and she said her and her team. She's sharing this with her team. If you're in another business, you can share this with your clients. She has email list going. She has email happening. Like, how many of you are like, I want that, right? She has text message lists going out. When Black Friday happens, she's going to hit a button and send it to her entire list of contacts. Okay. All those tools that you need for automation in your business, but landing pages, lead magnets, all of that. Okay. And day 3 is going to be all of the mindset, the posture, really feeling confident with sales, handling objections, breaking through self-sabotage and smashing blocks, because we know it's going to happen. I'm actually working through a block right now. And just smashed through it this morning, because we all should have coaches, I believe, and I have a couple of coaches that I work with, and I'm so excited because it was like a big, huge aha moment. watch out, world. Okay. Working on yourself is the most important thing that you can do. Okay. It's the best investment you can make. So yeah, just put 2023 in the comments. That's what we're covering. We have a bunch of bonuses for you on the landing page. You're going to get all kinds of stuff. Okay. You're going to get our Facebook groups Profit Secrets series. You're going to get our money mindset series. You're going to get our Instagram. There's all kinds of things. I don't even know what they are, but they're on the landing page. And Steph, will you drop the link for everyone just so they have it? Just put the link in here because some people want to click through and register and just get it done. My eyelashes, thank you. So just drop the link, please, if you don't mind, because I know some people just like to click and work through that. And then these are the extra bonuses. Okay, you guys ready? So I wrote it down for you. Okay, if you enroll right now, and if you already did, you get this, before 11 a.m. Central tomorrow, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get our personal branding boot camp. Okay. So we're going to cover all the foundational pieces of personal branding. Okay. What it is, how do you do it on social? We're going to cover who you are. Okay. Who are you on social? You're like, what do you mean? You're not a network marketer. You're not a coach. Like, who are you? Okay. We have to figure that out and show up that way. And who do you serve? Not who needs your stuff, but who do you serve specifically, and learning how to talk to those people. You're also going to get attracting your ideal avatar. Andrea has done this work. Did you notice she said 60% of the people I'm talking to are going, hey, I want to do business. I want to learn how to make money. Can you help me? They're coming to her, asking her that. Okay. Attracting your ideal avatar. We're also going to figure out and teach you how to, in the personal branding bootcamp, we're going to dig into how to nurture your community. So where do you put your leads and how do you love on them? And really, how do you close those sales, right? And then elevating your online presence. So really just taking everything up a level, getting you more confident out there. This personal branding bootcamp is worth thousands of dollars. Okay. You get one new business builder, one client from it. So that right there, the personal branding bootcamp, we're going to add that in. So as long as you enroll by tomorrow at 11 a.m., we're going to add that. We're also going to add my meditation series. So I think there's 5 in there, meditations that I put together, guided visualizations, a money mindset, all of that. It's me talking to music. So if you're emotionally connected to me, and you're able to listen to those, once a day or whenever, they're all short. They're like less than 10 minutes. If you can listen to me for, even 10 days, they've studied this scientifically. If you meditate for at least 10 minutes a day for up to 2 weeks, into a 2-week period, they've tested it and you actually start physically rewiring your neural pathways. So instead of being reactive, going to the negative, doubting yourself, telling yourself you can't do this, you suck, all the things that we do, you rewire yourself to go, no, I can do this. No, I am unstoppable. No, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to overcome. I'm going to persevere. I'm going to realize that all of this is happening for me. This is happening for me. There are things that you need to learn, guys. There are things about you that need to be changed. And sometimes change sucks. And sometimes it's hard. And sometimes we have to be broken down to the core. We have to be broken. We have to literally be broken. It's like cracked open. We've got to be broken before we have the breakthrough. And when we resist, we're actually pushing away the thing that we want. We have so much negative emotion around change and when hardship happens. But what we do is we have to develop the traits of the warrior, perseverance, tenacity, and all of that. I can't think of the other one I always say, but we have to develop those traits of the warrior. We have to cultivate perseverance, tenacity, emotional intelligence to see that this is actually happening for us. How powerful is that? So could you imagine if you hear me telling you every day you're awesome, right? Or walking you through those guided visualizations. This is actually what I did. I went through these when I was changing who I was when I first started. Grit. That's what it was, Vanette. Thank you. She knows me so well. Grit, tenacity, perseverance. Those are the traits of a warrior. You want to be a warrior? You start working on your mindset. So for those of you that jump into the 3-day intensive, it's a tax write-off. It's a minimal investment. You're going to be able to use what you learn to get yourself set up for next year and stop feeling like you're a hot mess express all over the place. Then we're going to reward you for taking quick action. Okay. Money loves speed. The universe loves when you take quick decisions. And when you feel fear, you address the fear, and you take a step in faith, okay? So enroll before we kick off tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central. You're gonna get our entire series, the Personal Branding Bootcamp. I mean, how many trainings are in there? There's like 10 or something. It's crazy. And they're all just very focused on the pillars of personal branding and what you need. And you're gonna get the entire meditation, guided visualizations, all of that. You're gonna get that series as well, okay? Isn't that great? Okay, I'm so excited, can you not tell? So just put 2023 in the comments and we'll get you taken care of. All right, let's get into the content for today. Key recaps. Offering valuable content daily will keep my audience engaged and allow me to nurture them from a cold lead to a hot prospect. Offering valuable content. So the first blank is content. The second blank is engaged. And the third blank is prospect. And that's if you're in the workbook. If you don't have the workbook, you can just take notes. If you're just showing up and hopping in and you want to connect with someone from our team, you can just put coach in the comments and we'll make sure someone connects with you, okay? So when we offer the valuable content, and Steph just put it in the notes or in the chat there on Facebook, offering valuable content daily will keep my audience engaged and allow me to nurture them from a cold lead to a hot prospect. Did you notice how Andrew said, I had 250 friends on Facebook. Like, I didn't even know what Tweeter was. Okay, she didn't have an audience. And she came on and she implemented these tools and she built a very successful business, and it's continuing to grow exponentially. Same with me. I had about 200 friends on Facebook, no Instagram account, nothing, okay? So how do you go and build a business out of thin air? Can you take cold leads and turn them into hot prospects? Is it possible? We just had within the last year, Lacey came into our community. She was not in network marketing and direct sales. She was very successful in the corporate space. So for those of you that are executives or you've had a lot of success, a lot of tenure in corporate, and you know that, with the economy and the market and all the things, you're just like, you don't want to wait for options to be taken away. You want to create some options. Building your own business, especially on the side, is a great idea. It's super smart. And I'm assuming all of you are entrepreneurs here. So Lacey said, I want to explore this. I think that I could build my own thing and match my corporate income, which was a 6-figure salary, or surpass it. She came in, she implemented what we taught her. She did not have an audience. She was not on social media. Her very first launch, so she launched a service-based offer. It was not network marketing. Her first launch, she had a 5-figure launch with no prior audience. So can you do this with no audience and nothing built up, no influence, right? Yes, you can, okay? It's just about implementing and having the right tools. All right, next paragraph says, conversations to conversion. Over time, I will build up my know, like, and trust factor. So the first blank is factor. 90% of buyers need more time or more information, but making a purchase or joining a business, or before making a purchase or joining a business opportunity. Consistency will be my secret sales weapon. Okay, so the blanks are factor, buyers, and consistency. So what I see people do is they will reach out. They'll do the reach outs. They'll engage with people. They'll put some content up, right? They'll reach out. They'll follow up with, they'll get out there and say, hey, I saw you, viewed my story or voted on my poll. Like, I see you guys doing that. The thing I don't see is when people are following up. And the reason why is twofold. One is because they get discouraged and they think the person doesn't want what they have. Or two, they're just so disorganized, they can't pull their ish together. Hey, Leslie, what's up? They can't pull their ish together to be able to actually know who to follow up with. Which one best describes you, or both? So either your mindset is negative about it, right? If you reach out to someone about what you have and they say no, or not right now, or they're not interested, what do you instantly go to? Do you go to the negative? Okay, so option one is you go to the negative about it, right? You're like, oh, you start doubting yourself, right? The second reaction is, or observation is, that you're just not organized, okay? You're ish, both. So it's usually one or the other. Most people struggle with both, to be completely transparent, based on who we've seen work come to us over the last 4.5 years. We've had, now I'd say we probably have had 5,000 come through our programs. And so we have a good gauge of what's going on out there. And most of the time we've made up an assumption, we assume, or, hey, what's up, John? We make an assumption, or we're such a mess, we're so disorganized that we don't even know who the hell to follow up with, right? We're just, I mean, if you right now today, your company said, all right, flash sales dropping. Obviously, you guys have Black Friday dropping, what? Some of you now, some of you next week. Okay. The biggest month I ever had was during Black Friday. Why? Because I had it all ready to go. You know what I did? Before it dropped, I went to my entire list first and said, hey, when this drops, do you want to know? So I already did all my due diligence before. I didn't do the whole, hey, we have some specials. You want me to send those over? And then it's the back and forth, back and forth. How do you crush it is by being organized. So when you reach out to someone to tell them what you have, right? Remember our introduction conversation. Hey, thanks for the friend request. I'm excited to get to know you better. I popped on your social, and it looks like you also have, you've got a couple of girls as well. I have 2 daughters. I see that you're an entrepreneur. What do you do? Okay, I'd love to get to know you better. They tell you a little bit about themselves, and you say, awesome, that's so cool. That's actually what I do. I work with moms to teach them how to build right on social media, just in the nooks and crannies of their day, just for busy moms. Have you ever thought about adding something to what you're already doing, right? If they're already an entrepreneur. If they're not an entrepreneur, they're a nurse. Okay, Andrea said she taught for 30 years. We see a lot of nurses. We see a lot of teachers. We see a lot that are in, more of a traditional role looking for something else. Hey, have you ever thought about starting a side business? Does that feel scary to anybody? Does that sound like I'm spammy? No. Okay. But what happens is you have to remember 90% of them are not ready right now. So if I talk to 100 people and 10 of them say, yeah, I've thought about it, or I'd be open to checking that out. That's a win. That's success. Oh my gosh, 10%. And you're like, ooh, 10%. This is why we do the social media marketing, right? This is why we do content creation, because that is a lot of conversations. We want people to be drawn to us, right? But I want you to start thinking about the psychology behind it. Now, you can crush those numbers and have higher conversions and get to the point where almost all of them say yes right away. You can get there. But when you're new, averages are 90% are not ready right now. They're just not. So could I go into it going, cool, 10 out of 100 are like down for the count? Awesome. This is great. I'm doing a great job. The other 90, I'm going to stay in touch with. I'm going to build relationships with. I'm going to get to know them. I'm going to invite them into my community, right? I'm going to love on them. And I know at some point they're going to be a yes. That's totally different than going, oh my gosh, 90% said no, I suck. Which is what most of you are doing to yourself. You're telling yourself you suck at this. You're telling yourself you're not good at sales. That's not true. And I forgot it specifically what Andrea said, but she said something where she goes, I used to say this about myself, but not anymore. I'm not that anymore. She made a decision to change her belief about herself. There's no one that's going to show up at your front door and say, congratulations, you're really good at sales. Congratulations, you're crushing your social media business. There's nobody coming. You need to be your biggest cheerleader. I'm going to have you guys claim it below. I am good at sales. Put it in the comments for me. I am good at sales. And how do you be good at sales? Is that even proper grammar? I'm not sure. How are you good at sales? You're good at sales by having a lot of conversations. I'm telling you guys, the amount of conversations I have in a day is unbelievable. It's really crazy. And I love it. I love it. I love, I've talked to some of you in the DMs. Man, I love it. I love connecting with people. I'm not going in there trying to sell everybody I'm talking to, but a good amount of the people that I converse with at some point are going to buy something I have. How many of you have bought something from us? Even if it's the planner, swag, you've come to an event, you've gotten to our programs, you're going to do the 3-day intensive with us. Did I DM you today to try to sell you? No, because I know it's a process. There are some of you that have been challenging with us for years. We've been doing challenges for 3 years, and you will step into something with us at some point. I'm positive. Okay. Or it's just not the right fit, right? And you'll go off and that's what it should be, right? I'm talking our ideal avatar, the person that is supposed to be working with us. Now that's the long game, isn't it? Me sitting here going, yeah, I can't see your names on here, but Debbie, she's been with us for 3 years, coming on 3 years of challenging with us. I'm not going, oh my gosh, I suck at doing these challenges because Debbie hasn't enrolled with us. No, it's totally a shift in perspective. Okay. This is why we say the mindset piece is more important than what you're actually doing. That's so great, Steph. You're an OG, right? You are good at sales. What you get to work on is how you view yourself. So what I want you to start thinking about is this. Your job is to connect with new people every day. It's to build relationships with people every day. And it's to be organized enough to follow up with people every day. That's literally what it is. So, when we hear network marketing, or if you're in the service-based industry, you've heard relationship marketing. That's all of it. Okay. If you have someone telling you, yeah, you just need a landing page and a funnel, no, that's not going to get you sales. Okay. You have to be able to build relationships and you have to be able to network. The nice thing about marketing is it can allow you to put stuff out there and bring people to you, right? That's exposure. You want to get in front of people, but there's still a relationship happening. So if you don't like networking and you don't like people, we had someone, she came into our programs. We're going to have to maybe start putting in like a little application before people come in, because she came in and she came into a higher level program we have because she wanted to roll out coaching. And she'd already done that little bit of stuff with in person with fitness. And she said, as we were getting into the coaching, so she'd already enrolled. She was like, oh yeah, and I don't like people. And we were like, what do you mean? She's like, I don't know. I don't want to like talk to people. I just want it all done for me. And I just want to make money. We were like, no, it doesn't work that way. So we had to work with her on that. Why does she not like people? Right. And started to, break down some barriers. So if you don't like people, this is not the right thing for you. It's relationship marketing. It's networking. It's getting to know people. You don't have to walk into a room that you don't know anyone and work the room and be that, extroverted person. This is why social media is so powerful, is because people who are, introverts, I'm actually an extrovert and an introvert, which is interesting. I didn't know that. People who are introverted actually thrive really well in online businesses because it's easy, right? It's safe. You can DM someone or shoot a voice memo. So whatever that looks like for you. So you just want to remember, all you need to do is stay top of mind. Write that down. My job is to stay top of mind. Meaning you just need to stay in front of people. How do you do that? That's why we're such big advocates of consistent content. There are people out there that don't post every day and they're killing it. But when they started, they posted every day. You better believe, you go scroll back and look and see, you'll see that they are posting every single day. Now you can set your business up, or maybe you're like, well, I go live once a week and that's all I do. Great, good for you. For most people though, it does take more than that to really build that foundation on social media and that presence. So you need to stay top of mind. Just stay top of mind. Stay in front of people. Staying top of mind means that you know who you're connecting with, who's on your leads list, who you want to get to know better. It might even be somebody that you've never even told them what you do, but you know that they could potentially be someone to work with or buy your product. You have them on your list and you're continuing to build that relationship with them. You don't want to be in the friend zone. You want them to know what you do, but it doesn't have to be someone who they said, yes, I definitely like to buy your product one day. It's just that leads list. Who are those people that you want to build relationships with and get to know? Have that list and continue to stay in front of those people. Okay. The next section says, I will create more opportunities for conversations by utilizing 1, engaging content. Okay. So write that down. We've already talked about this, but I'm going to share an extra nugget for you. Okay. Number 1. So this is how we're creating more conversations. When we look at it where we get to create more conversations and we're looking for opportunities to do that, it really does put us in the driver's seat, and it allows us to see that social media really is limitless, like we talked about yesterday. Okay. So number 1, engaging content. But what we want to do here, make a little extra note for yourself in your notes. We want to take it to the DM. Okay. We want to take it to the DM. So what this would look like is, okay, so I can't see your name on here because if StreamYard's not letting me see your name, but someone put, I'm an extrovert and an introvert, and I need both, right? Like I need help with all of this. Okay, it just makes a comment on the live. Could I go into the DMs? I could reply, and then I could go into the DMs and say, hey, I saw you commented about being extroverted, introverted. That's me as well. For a long time, I really struggled with the balance of, putting myself out there, but also kind of protecting my energy. And I found some, great strategies for that. I'd love to share more with you about that. Tell me a little bit about you right now, where you're at, and what you need the most support with. And could I reach out to that person and strike up a conversation around what they commented on? Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the follow, Becky. It tells you right in the live. Isn't that cool? So what if you started looking for opportunities when people are responding? So here's an example. You post a picture of going out to eat with your family. Great restaurant. Maybe it's Italian and you're like, oh my gosh, went to the best Italian restaurant and it was awesome. What's your favorite kind of restaurant? People are commenting, oh yeah, putting things in the comments. Oh, actually just went on, took a trip to Spain and had some amazing food. Okay, they're commenting. Awesome, reply back. Could you go over to their social media and check out their stuff and go into the DMs and say, hey, you popped up on my feed and, I saw that you've been to Spain recently. Like, that's amazing. Did you go with your family? Like, I'd love to, I realize that we haven't really connected much. I'd love to get to know you better. Tell me a bit about yourself. Kind of that same intro. It's a really nice open blanket statement that you can make to engage with people. Okay. So we want to go into the DMs is the goal. The DMs is where you will make money. Okay. And the advanced step to that is booking a quick call with people and getting on a Zoom. But for most of you, you will change your entire business where you are in DMs. So for us, we have built over $6 million in revenue in a few years, as I shared the other day. Almost all of those sales have come from Messenger or me just doing lives like this. So there is traditional methods of getting on a call and having, in network marketing, right? You get on a call, you tell what you do, and an opportunity call. You can do that, but you can accomplish so much inside of DMs, inside of Messenger, that why wouldn't you take advantage of that? Because it's very time consuming or time efficient, and it's just very convenient. Number 2 is other people's Facebook groups. I will create more opportunities for conversations by utilizing other people's Facebook groups. So with this one, other people's Facebook groups, you don't want to go in and poach the group or spam the group, because you will get kicked out. And it's how many of you have Facebook groups, right? It's just disrespectful. Malfunction going on here, but it's fine. It's you guys. Okay. So watch out for the girls. So with the other people's Facebook groups, you don't want to just pounce and go in there and be like, hey, I've got this awesome product. What you want to do instead is you want to go in, you want to get the lay of the land, which this will be part of your homework. You just want to make sure it's the right fit for you. Then you want to contribute to the current conversations happening. So when other people are posting or, interacting, you're going to go in the comments and you're going to comment on that. Maybe look at other people's comments and reply back to their comments. Like, you're going to be seen in there. You're going to start showing up. You're going to get the feel for it. And now you're in contribution. Okay. So you're contributing to the community. Then the next step is to offer value. So this is where you might share a quote and just say, hey, I thought this would help all of you guys today. You're just basically in there showing up, being visible, offering value. Okay. So you don't post in there like, hey, anyone want some skincare? There's a special today. None of that. Okay. And you might think, well, how do I make money from that? I had a girl on my team when I was in network marketing. She built up to $50,000 a month in volume in 4 months with Facebook groups, because she couldn't post on her wall because she was worried about the prior company coming after her. She did it all by working other people's Facebook groups. So what you do is you make friendships, you friend request people when you start engaging with each other. You don't just go down the list and friend request. Like, you need to make sure there's interaction. They'll recognize your name and you can say, hey, Angie, so excited. Thanks for friending me back. I love that group. I'll see you around. Or, hey, Angie, I saw in the group that you also you're working on, incorporating a plant-based, I'm just making this up, Angie, because and you're incorporating a plant-based lifestyle like me. What has helped you the most so far? Or, I'd love to chat with you about that. Whatever, you strike up a conversation. Okay. Just don't make it weird. It's not a big deal. It's just like if you were talking to somebody at the grocery store, if you do that like I do, or at a soccer game. Okay. Number 3 is you're going to create more opportunities by following other people or friending others on a daily basis. Okay. So you're going to follow other people or friend people. We've already talked about this, but this is an opportunity for new conversations. Did you know you can follow people on Facebook even, right? So if you have 5,000 friends on Facebook, I recommend purging that list every 6 to 12 months. So aside from that, if you want to go follow people, you can follow people on Facebook and they'll get a notification that you followed them. If they follow you back, I would definitely go into the DMs and have a conversation. or new friend request, right? Or Instagram, you can follow people. So that's easy, right? Hello, hey, love to get to know you better. Tell me a bit about yourself. Number 4 are happy birthday messages. Happy birthday messages. Any questions that you have, we're going to address those in VIP today. Yeah. So if you're not in VIP, you'll have to connect with your coach to get details on that. Okay. But everyone else is already set for VIP. So happy birthday messages. This is, if you're newer and you're looking for conversation starters and ways to talk to people, happy birthday messages. Do it the day before, so you're the first to message them. If you do it the day of or after, you'll be a sea of many, and they won't even respond, or they'll just say thanks. The day before is where the magic is at, or even week of, and you want to use it as a hey, happy birthday, but then say, hey, by the way, I realize that we've been friends on here for some time, and I realize we haven't even really connected. I'd love to get to know you better. Okay, work in a conversation with that, and if they don't engage back, there's no point, right? The whole point of building your business on social media is connections and relationships, not to have friends on Facebook. So it can be also a good way to kind of clean up your list. An alternative to that is you can post on their wall if you want to. I just like Messenger because I like to go back and forth with people. Now, if you already have a lot of leads and stuff like that, that is one that can be take up your Messenger. So you can put a little option by that one if you already have a lot of leads. But if you're newer, I did birthday messages. We did as a team with my support team behind me for years. Okay. Number 5 is welcoming new people into your Facebook group. Okay? Welcoming new people into your Facebook group. We go over this in depth inside of the Facebook group's Profit Secret. Hey, Scott. My internet's. Hold on, guys. If you're on Instagram, I'm just going to close this out. Okay. Hold on 1 second. I'm just going to, what I want to do, I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to try to turn my Wi-Fi off. I've got so many devices. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I'm going to do this too on here. Okay. So with that one, with the Facebook group's Profit Secrets, what we're actually going to do is you will get the training on that in the bonus. Okay. So for everyone who steps into the 3-day intensive, just put 2023 in the comments. One of the bonuses is the Facebook group's Profit Secrets. I know, real life. The Facebook group's Profit Secrets Challenge. That series, there's like 10 videos. We cover this in depth, okay? There's a process you can use when new people come into your Facebook group, okay? And you can strike up conversations. That was the foundation of me launching my company. Huge, okay? Number 5 is welcoming new people into your Facebook groups. Okay, we already said that. All right, let me go over the homework while I have you and this thing is all working. Okay, action items for homework number 4. The winner will get a Girl Boss bundle. Whoop, whoop. How fun is that? Okay, so the Girl Boss bundle is going to be you're going to get a workshop I did on crushing your Black Friday sales. So you can watch it right away. I think it's 75 minutes long. So it's just in depth, all the things you can do to crush your Black Friday sales. And you're going to get crushing it on Instagram, okay, which is our most popular course that we have. So the Girl Boss bundle will randomly pick someone that completes their homework. So for those of you that have been challenging along with us, you're going to go to guide number 7 in Goal Digging Boss Babes for homework number 4. Okay, and it's going to drop right now. So here's your action steps. You're going to create an engaging, open-ended post on your wall or on Instagram. If you had $1 million, what would you do with it? Hey, how many pictures are on your cell phone? I have, 50,000, whatever it is. Pink is my favorite color. Show me the last thing on your phone that had pink in it. You can say, what's your favorite holiday? What are you most excited about with the holidays? Just an open-ended question. I want you to get comfortable with just asking questions. Okay. So think of something fun, something light. It could be, are you left-handed or right-handed? Are you an early riser or a night owl? Do you have siblings? Where did you grow up? What's your hometown? Okay. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to find a couple of Facebook groups to engage in. It does not have to be related to what you sell. So if you love art, you love crafting, you love reading, you love, anything, whatever you love. 1 to 3 groups. Find a few groups and I want you just to join them, get in there, just engage a little bit. Okay. I want you to do it so you can see like, oh, this is what it is. It's not a big deal, right? And then you also want to friend request or follow 10 new people for your homework. friend request or follow 10 new people. Okay. So that is your homework, and we will convey tomorrow. So remember, if you enroll for the 3-day intensive between now and 11 a.m. Central, you're also going to get additional bonuses. My full personal branding bootcamp, all of the training videos for that, which is mind blowing. It's probably my favorite bootcamp. And except for this one, because we're doing it right now. And you're also going to get my meditation series with guided visualizations and other goodies inside there as well. Okay. So meet me back here at 11 a.m. Central tomorrow for day 5. And I'll see if we can come up with a special prize for everyone who finishes all 5 days. Okay. Team, if you can remind me on that, I have something in mind for that. And then last but not least, if you're in VIP, give me a couple minutes so I can get my internet sorted here, but we'll meet over in VIP and we can field those questions as well. Okay. So for those of you stepping into 3-day intensive, I am so excited to get 3 full days with you. I just can't even. So I'm very excited about that. I'm definitely going to celebrate you. Take a screenshot, put it in your stories, and tag me at the Goal Digger Girl. And we will see you then. All right, guys, have a great rest of the day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Hi, my name is Mara Basel, and I just want to pop in here real quick and talk to you about Kimberly Olson and her Goal Digger Girl team. This group of powerhouse ladies will push you so far out of your comfort zone that you don't even realize you're outside of your comfort zone. Last May, I had the pleasure to attend a small retreat with approximately 30 other boss babes who have similar dreams and goals to mine. We had some breakout sessions every single day with different trainings, and we were in a small, intimate group. I was given tools to work through my mindset and pushed me to the next level of where I'm heading and where I'm going to go. And how I will hopefully soon be able to leave the corporate world and be full-time entrepreneur and helping others do the same. So if you're someone who wants to level up, be your own boss, create the life that you've always dreamed of, you definitely want to align yourself with Kimberly Olson.
My name is Natalie Dreger, and I just want to share with you my experience in working with Kimberly over the last 4 weeks. So I finally have the blueprint that I have been looking for to expand my business and not just be busy on the daily basis, but actually productive. So I have been able to create new programs, a higher ticket coaching program, and also build my social media presence and my brand awareness that I've never been able to do before. So I am highly encouraging you to work with Kimberly and her coaching team. You are going to be blown away by the results. In just 4 weeks, I am super excited, and I just wish I would have done this sooner.